Hey everyone, Sergio here with the Rideshare Guy. What do we say on Show Me the Money Club? Work smarter, not harder. If you aren't using the Solo app, which I have been for the past year and a half, you may be working a lot harder than you need to. Let's change that. Download the app, link your account where you can manage your income, track your expenses, as well as your taxes. Not only that, but you can plan by optimizing your time, make more money, and even guarantee your daily pay with guaranteed earnings. Download the Solo app today. Begin to work smarter, not harder. Link is in the description. Let's get back to it.
All right. With that being said, let's move on. Let's talk about the AV displacement and what's going on. So for every one AV out there, it's going to displace 4 drivers.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you have 100 Waymo in your market, you are displacing 400 drivers around.
This comes from Uber because Washington, D.C. is trying to pass a law, actually, the state of the state, not the DC,
the district,
not Washington State, District of Columbia, and but Uber is opposing to that, but Waymo is agreeing with it, Chris. Now that you know they had a falling out, right? Because Waymo is kicking Uber to the sideline now, and well, we never thought Waymo needed Uber to a point anyway. So Uber is opposing this Washington, D.C. bill that would allow driverless robo-taxis and wants a rule requiring autonomous vehicles to operate on ride-hailing platforms that also use human drivers. So, but Waymo and Uber broke up in Atlanta and probably soon in Austin. And it happened in Phoenix. Started in Phoenix, in Arizona. So there's no more Waymo actually on the Rider app that you could have gotten. The proposed bill would charge robotaxi operators, which will include Uber, because Uber is hard at work coming with their own fleets of robotaxis with at least 30 different companies. 15 cents per mile tax. That's pretty hefty. Per mile tax, and require a $5 million minimum liability insurance per trip, Chris, which is way above the $1 million that Uber and Lyft provide,
and way above the $60,000 that they provide in California.
way above. With half the tax revenue going to public transit. That part I'm not sure. Waymo supports the bill. Uber opposes the bill. Uber says this is going to hurt human drivers. I'm not sure what the correlation there is. But Uber did say that. They finally admitted that one robotaxi replaces 4 human drivers, and I agree with that. So we'll see where this is going to go. The bill is going to pass, it looks like to me, and
I have no idea why it would displace human drivers. I mean, I understand, yes, if you're bringing AVs in, it's going to displace human drivers, absolutely. But if you're putting a 15-cent per mile tax on, and you got the $5 million minimum liability for the trip, that is going to be quite expensive when it comes to getting a Waymo or getting an Uber AV, or whatever it might be. So I think it actually may benefit drivers in the long run, because if you see that a human driver is going to be less expensive than an AV ride, which one are you going to choose?
Yeah, but as you know, with scale, that gap is going to close. I haven't looked at the studies. I don't think anywhere, other than the Tesla robocabs, I think Waymos in every city that they're in, they're more expensive than Uber and Lyft at the moment. And but I don't know when that's going to find its balance and be a lot cheaper than an Uber and Lyft human-driven car. But Uber is saying that yes, autonomous vehicles are going to replace drivers to the tune of 4 for 1, but they don't want it, and they want the Waymos, or they want the autonomous vehicles to be a choice within the apps of the TNCs. I'm like, and they're definitely against the tax. So I don't know who's going to win this battle. And I'm not sure why Waymo is for it, actually, to be honest with you. But I thought this was kind of interesting that Uber is admitting one AV replaces 4 human drivers.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of interesting to see. I mean, the thing though that they say half the tax revenue going to public transit. Well, where's the other other half of
Yeah.
the tax revenue going? I mean, we all know they don't know how to keep track of shit. So,
Well,
you know, when it comes to the like just having these taxes and stuff like that, it's like, you know, I mean, it's ridiculous because it's just you have no idea where anything's going, and then you know it's oh, we're gonna fix all this stuff. Well, then why are the roads around here crumbling? Why are there problems all over the place? So yeah, I think that um, they're going to have to do something because you know they're EVs and they are not paying like gas tax or anything like that. So there's going to have to be some sort of tax that's going to be put on. And you know, if you look at it, 15 cents per mile is probably going to be on the cheaper side compared to you know some of the other taxes when you extrapolate it out for a gas tax.
the 5 million liability insurance is very interesting, though, isn't it? That's a lot, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Why would they require 5 million in liability insurance? Are they just saying, "Oh, it's because these things aren't as safe and you see all the problem rides?"
Well,
Um,
the law is requiring that, obviously.
no, that's what I
But
mean.
yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
Now imagine if we had $5 million policies when we were driving.
oh yeah, then every trip will be like $300. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see where this is going to end up.
Yeah. Well, if you guys have any comments, put in your thoughts on what that is. But yeah, when it comes down to reading fine print, just saying every Waymo or AV out there replaces for regular drivers.
It does.
So reason why that is because they're on the clock much longer. They accept every ride that goes their way,
Yep.
and you know they don't really take breaks. They're going from one ride to the next ride to the next ride, and if they're not fully utilized, it's costing more money for them to do that. So I don't know. What do you think though? I mean, think about it. You have flock cameras. They're being vandalized all over now. I mean, Austin had a huge problem with that. There was another place, and I forget where somebody cut down like 13 poles. Um, and nobody asked for that. Nobody wants that. And now you got AVs that are coming. Nobody asked for it. Nobody wants it. Do you really think that when they're pushing that type of technology as quick as they are and as hard as they are, do you think that there's going to be people that are just going to revolt against it and cause problems or anything like that? Or do you think that this is going to slowly be absorbed into mainstream?
Yeah, I think they're coming. I mean, you know, I think the pace has definitely slowed down now. That's because Waymo cannot scale as fast as they want because they have to buy the cars and they have to retrofit the cars and do that. For me, there is only one company that is successfully doing this commercially. That's Waymo. The other ones are coming. Newcomers like Zoox is, you know, coming around. Uber is trying, throwing spaghetti to the wall with 50 different companies around the globe. And, you know, the other thing, Chris, none of these things are fully autonomous. They're not level 5,
Nope.
right? So they're all a level 4, advanced level 4 in Waymo's case. And look, man, I think regulators are going to look into this very closely, especially if if you don't have to prove it. Uber said it, admitted it. Uber says one of these is going to replace 4 drivers. They're going to be lost jobs. So regulators, as politicians, as you know, right? They're going to look into this closely, especially when people start losing their jobs. And I think this is going to be a bigger problem in the trucking industry more than the rideshare industry. And I mean, look, man, it's coming. And I still am trying to get my head around, like, why are they spending billions and billions and billions of dollars? Is it safer? Is it going to save lives? Like, 45,000 people die in traffic accidents a year in the U.S.? I don't know. But that's going to be the future of transportation. Maybe not for me, but for a lot of young people, you know, who are 5, 6, 10 years old today, I don't think they're even going to have a license, bro. So, but you know, this is the future of transportation. It's going to happen. Too many people are.
I don't know.
Too
I
many
don't know.
people.
I think if the cookie starts crumbling, it's just gonna fall apart. honestly.
Well, maybe that's why they want the 5 million insurance, because they don't trust the fucking thing. And in case it gets in a crash, it's going to be a nasty crash. So it's like,
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I mean. So it could go either way. I don't, you know, it is what it is when it comes down to it. But we'll see what happens. And I don't know. I think people are so sick of it already, and you know, they're seeing delivery robots, and we've seen the little one being taken for a ride of his life. And you see people kicking them and knocking them over and all that shit.
yeah,
And you know, you see people damaging Waymos already with the riots that happened a couple months ago, or about a year ago at this point, and all that. So I don't know. I think if too much technology gets pushed on people and they're just like too fast, I think you're just going to have a very big revolt. And you know, like I say, once that cookie crumbles, you know, it's just going to fall apart.
yeah, I agree. I mean, we'll see. But, you know, technology is technology. Look where we are in general when it comes to technology, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's insane. It's insane. At some point, I want to take it back 30 years, slow things down a little bit, but then it's never going to be that way.
I know. I just want to go back. I just want to go back to a time where I could own a house on a shoe salesman's salary. Living the good old days of scoring 4 touchdowns in one game and holding that record for 30 years. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I wish, yeah, but no.
All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you'll be notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.